What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the channel. Please remember to hit that like and that subscribe button as we continue our journey to reach a goal of 1,000 subscribers for the year 2025. And today, I'm just here at work chilling. Right now, there's no hot work on the ship because for whatever reason, the power is off. So they told us somewhere around like 9 o'clock, everything should be up and running. So I figured I had a little time on my hands. I was like, let me just come up here and just chop it up with you guys and whatnot. And so today I wanted to come on here and talk with you guys about something that's been resonating with me. And that's the importance of having a vision. You know what I'm saying? And it's very key that everybody has a vision. You know, when you don't have a vision, then, you don't have direction. You know what I'm saying? And, there's a verse in the Bible that says, where there's no vision, the people perish. So there is some importance to a man and a woman having like vision and focus, you know what I mean, to their life. And lately, bro, I don't know what it is. I've been having these ideas pop up in my mind, in regards to my channel, in regards to my life, in regards to just the things that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? If y'all been keeping up with my videos, bro, then you know that, there are some things that I want to get done in regards to my channel and whatnot. And so, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. It's this one video in particular. I actually posted it, I think, the day before yesterday. And if y'all remember where I was at this building type or whatever, for this person that I know. And to make a long story short, and I shared this already, but to make a long story short, he was telling me that he was in the process of selling the building. And, months prior to us having a conversation, I had already had the idea of using his building as a place for me to do like my videos and other stuff that I have planned that will be revealed to you guys later and whatnot, just ideas and stuff like that. And so when that thought came across my mind, I was like, you know what? I would love to be able to, if not own a building, at least rent a space out to where I can do my stuff. And his building came to mind. And so when I talked with him the other day and he told me that he was trying to sell it, I was like, well, shoot, how much you trying to sell it for? And he was like, you'll have to talk to such and such, da-da-da-da-da. And he asked me, he was like, why, you trying to buy it? I said, yeah and no, or whatever. Cause I don't got the money to be buying no building type deal. You know what I'm saying? But I did explain to him how, I would love to be able to use his building to do like my YouTube videos and other stuff that I had in mind to do. And, he was like, okay, that's good, da-da-da-da-da. All right, da-da-da-da-da. And so, long story short, there wasn't no guaranteed answer type deal. He pretty much was like, you just need to talk to such and such. But at the moment, they're not in the process of selling it because we got to make sure everything is, put together so that when it goes on the market, it can look presentable or whatever. But ever since I had that conversation with him, bro, I just been getting ideas after ideas after ideas. And I talked to my dad about it and he told me. And it's crazy because you know how you can say stuff to yourself and you can encourage other people about, making sure that if you have an idea to go after it type deal, if you have a goal in mind, take it one step at a time, all those cliche sayings, that you share with other people and you share with yourself. You know what I'm saying? It just, I don't know why, but it hits different whenever somebody else gives you your own advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy to me. Like, it's crazy how what you share with others, it in turns is given back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it hits different. And I say that because when I shared with my dad about the idea of me maybe one day having my own building for my videos and other stuff that I share with him, you know, he was like, you know, if that's what you want, go after it. You know what I'm saying? First thing he was like, you know, obviously pray about it. That was the first thing he said, you know, pray about it. But then he also told me something very important. And I mean, it's crazy because, you know, you hear stuff like this all the time. But he was like, you know, write the vision and make it plain. You know what I'm saying? He was quoting a verse from the Bible. Like, if whatever goal, whatever vision you got in mind, write it down. You know what I'm saying? Write whatever is in here or here, whatever. Write it down. And then after you write it down, go after it. You know what I mean? Take it one goal, one step at a time. You know what I'm saying? He was telling me, he was like, you know, you never know how things can work out for you. You know, it's not by accident that, one, you had that conversation with said person. It is not by accident that he is, you know, I don't want to use the word using, but that's the only word that can come to my mind right now. But pretty much he was like, it's not by accident that you're helping him do what needs to be done in regards to that building that you envision yourself one day, hopefully, maybe, you know, either renting or owning. You know what I'm saying? He was like, it's not by chance that all this stuff is lining up for you. And it's not by chance that you're getting all these visions and these ideas, you know, concerning the things you're trying to go after or whatever. So he was like, you know, write it down and go after it. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, and I just started thinking to myself, like, okay, like, if anybody has some type of goal or vision, you gotta have order. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. A lot of stuff has been coming to my mind lately, like this week. This week alone, I've been getting a lot of ideas and a lot of just stuff, you know, has been popping up in my mind concerning, you know, my channel and concerning other things that I would love to one day accomplish or whatever. And so, you know, I said all that to say, like, it's important that you have a vision. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with my videos or whatever. And I know I say that a lot, but, you know, forgive me. But if you guys been keeping up with my videos, then you know where I stated, like, it's easy to talk vision. It's easy to talk faith. It's easy to talk purpose. But, like, living it out, bro, it's a different feel, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's what we're supposed to do. It's not enough for us to just talk about anything. We gotta live it out, you know what I'm saying? And a part of us living it out, we gotta put our visions and our goals into action, because it's not gonna manifest itself on its own. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to just fall from the sky. And that's what me and my dad was talking about yesterday. Like, nothing's going to be handed to you. You got to actually put in the work, bro. Now, granted, I mean, it's good to have vision. It's good to have a goal. It's good to have a dream. But what good is it if you're not putting in the work? You know what I'm saying? Like, what good is that dream? What good is that vision that you have for yourself if you're not willing to go through the process? You know what I'm saying? We hear that all the time, that word process, but people don't understand that it's important that we all go through process. You know what I mean? Because you don't want nothing, one, handed to you, and you don't want nothing given to you so easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I would love to work for what I want. I would love to work for what I feel the Lord has placed in my heart to go out and accomplish and stuff like that. I don't want to hand it to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you can be handed anything, you're liable to mess it up. You're liable to, not take care of it the way you ought to, type deal. You know what I'm saying? So you got to put in the work, bro. You got to put in the work. And lately I just been, that's why I said in one of my videos, bro, like, it's important that you find a place where you can experience peace and like clarity, bro, because that time alone, bro, you can come up with so much stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can come up with so many ideas that's profitable, not just for yourself, but for other people. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, at the end of the day, bro, you can't live this life just pleasing yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you make your journey all about you, you're not gonna last long, bro. Your life, my life, it's all about the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? It's always about the bigger picture. That's why I said, man, you gotta get by yourself, bro. You gotta make time. Hold on, Lord, see there? Hold on. My phone just tilted a little bit. Sorry, I'm using my tripod, guys. But anyway, like I was saying, you gotta take time out for yourself, bro, because it's in those moments where you can get vision, you can get clarity, you can get confirmation, you can get whatever it is you need when you actually take the time out to be isolated. You know what I mean? Isolation is not always a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I had to grow to accept. You know what I mean? In my mid to late 20s. Like, I'm 28, bro, and it took me a while to appreciate the blessing of being by yourself. When I say by yourself, I mean just like being alone with yourself, being alone with the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's important that you have those moments, bro, because if you're always so busy, if you're always around people, if you're always just being occupied, how can you take time out for yourself, man? Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, being around people, it can be draining. You know what I'm saying? It can be draining being around people all the time. It can be draining when you're always doing stuff, you know what I mean, to keep you busy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta take time out for yourself, bro. You gotta get away. And that's something that I've learned to mature in. You know what I mean? Being by myself, isolating myself from friends, family, my job. You know what I mean? Whatever I got going on in my own life. Sometimes it's okay to take a break from all of that, just so you can, you know what I mean? Like, be at ease within yourself and, get clarity and vision and stuff like that. So I said all that to say, because it was in those moments for me where I've been getting a lot of ideas and a lot of, just stuff that I want to do. You know what I mean? As far as my channel is concerned. And I'm not saying that once I take the necessary steps that I'm going to get there right away. No, anything worth having is going to take time, bro. It's going to take time, and you're going to have to put in the work for it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's important, bro. It's important. You got to have vision. You got to, bro. If you don't have vision, you don't have no direction. You don't. You know what I'm saying? You got to have vision. You got to have a goal. You got to have something that's driving you. You know what I mean? To do what you do. And so that's pretty much what I really wanted to come on here and tell y'all, man. Like, the importance of having a vision. You got to have it, man. You got to. You know what I mean? We only get, there's a saying, you only get one life. Why waste it? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to waste your life just going to work, going home, and just doing nothing that's going to leave a mark. You know what I mean? Not on just your life, but on the lives of others. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I want to be able to make an impact. You know what I'm saying? And impacts It doesn't matter the size. You can impact a multitude of people. You can impact one person in a positive way. Like my dad has a tendency to say, like, as long as you can reach one person, bro, you done a good deed. And all that has to do with you having a vision. How can you help others if you don't have like a sense of direction type deal? You gotta have a vision. Like, it's time out that we stop talking about it. And I've been guilty of this. You know what I mean? I've been guilty of saying, you know what, I'm gonna do this, and do this. I'm gonna accomplish this, and I'm gonna accomplish that. And it doesn't get done. Growing up, you know, we was always under this thought that whenever you speak faith type deal, that it's going to be handed to you. Like it's just going to appear out of nowhere. No. There's a verse in the Bible that says faith without works is dead. Like, you can have the faith to do something, but if you don't put in no work, bro, your faith is dead. Like, the things you're saying is just as dead, bro. Like, what do you expect to accomplish just by talking? You know what I mean? What do you expect to get done just by talking? Like, bro, no, if you want something done, if you have a goal in mind, if you got a vision, if you got direction, bro, you got to actually go after it. You got to go after it. It's not going to come to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to come to you. You have to go after it. And so, yeah, man, you gotta have that vision, bro. You gotta have that vision, bro. You got to. And so, I mean, I'm sure there's some of you that's watching this video today, and you got all these ideas, you got all these things that you want to do, that you feel like the Lord has placed in your, you know, your heart and in your mind to do. I'm here to tell you, bro, it's not going to be handed to you. You know what I'm saying? He gave you that seed. You know what I mean? A vision is like a seed. You know what I'm saying? Your vision, your goal is a seed. It's your job to make sure you do what you need to do in order to see that seed that's been planted to grow. You know what I'm saying? You can't plant a seed and just leave it there. You cannot just plant a seed and leave it there. No, you got to make sure you do what you need to do to grow it. You got to feed that seed what it needs. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, a lot of us, we got seeds, bro, planted within us, but it's up to us to make sure we feed it what it needs in order for it to grow and manifest itself. I hope that made sense. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, you need a vision. It's important. It's important, man. And it's also important that you surround yourself around people who have vision like you, because it's no good that you're around people who don't have vision. That's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dangerous to be around people with no direction. Like, for real, bro. For real. Like, you cannot hang around people that don't know what they want to do with their life. You know what I'm saying? It's no good to be around people that all they do is talk. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I feel like the moment people realize that time, it goes by like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, just yesterday, it was 2020. Bro, we in 2025, man, and you'd be surprised the amount of people that's still in the same predicament they were in 5 years ago. Like, bro, no, man. Nah, man. Bro, time is waiting on nobody. Time is waiting on nobody. Like, I was just telling my dad yesterday, bro, like, sometimes you need to put yourself in a position where you have the courage to seize the moment, to seize the opportunity that's presented before you. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, no, man. You have to be able to seize that opportunity. And you ain't gonna be able to seize it if you're surrounded by people who don't have that same mindset as you. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, no. It's okay to remove yourself from environments where growth does not exist. Like, it's okay to do that. You know what I mean? You're not a bad person. You're not an evil person. You just want better for yourself. Now, although people may make you out to be the bad person because, you know, they're comfortable with where they are, but no, you got to do what you got to do, bro. You got to do what you got to do. You got to surround yourself around the right people. That's why I say one of my philosophies in life, you know, you want to be able to surround yourself around people that's either been where you're trying to go or they're in the same boat as you type deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope that made sense. Like, you want to be around somebody that's got experience and they've been where you're trying to go type deal, and you can learn from them. You know what I mean? The pros and the cons type deal, because at the end of the day, nothing's going to be easy. You know what I mean? You're going to make mistakes along the way. But at the end of the day, as long as you have that drive and that vision, you know what I mean? You're going to, you know, one day make it happen. But it's also good to be around people that's in the same boat as you, you know, because that way y'all can build off each other. There's a verse in the Bible that says 2 are better than 1. That's why I say you're not going to be able to make it in life by yourself, man. You're going to need somebody. You're going to need somebody. Like, this notion that people can succeed in life by themselves, it's impossible, bro. You're not going to be able to make it in life by yourself. You're going to need somebody to help you get to where you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way the Lord designed it. You're going to need somebody. You can't make it by yourself. You cannot. You know what I'm saying? Think about the richest. You know, matter of fact, I'm not going to even say the richest. You know what I mean? Because we always like to use people with a lot of money for an example. But think about the wisest man in the Bible, Solomon. He was the wisest man in the Old Testament scripture. And even he said that, bro, like, you're going to need somebody. Like, 2 is better than 1. You know what I mean? You can't make it by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's good to have people, but it all boils down to vision. You know what I'm saying? What are your goals in life? What do you see yourself doing? I don't put much stock into that 5-year stuff because, you know, not everything goes according to plan. You know what I mean? But I do feel like as long as you have clear vision, bro, nothing will be able to stop you. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can make plans. We can make all these kinds of goals, and they may not go the way we expected, you know, but as long as you have vision, as long as you have purpose, bro, everything is going to work itself out. You know what I mean? I hope that made sense. I hope what I just said made sense, you know, because it's not easy. It's not easy at all, but you gotta press through. You gotta press through. You gotta learn to fight for what you want. You know what I mean? You gotta learn to fight for what you believe. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that we're gonna get everything we want, because I know we're not, you know, and I understand that. You know, I'm grateful that life hit me in my early stages. You know what I mean? Like, how nothing ever goes according to your plan, you know, or nothing ever goes according to what you expect. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing I know that's consistent, and the one thing I know that's certain, that all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand that. Like, all things work together. Even when things don't go your way, even when things don't go the way you expected, bro, if you put your faith and trust in the Lord Jesus Christ, it's going to all work itself out. You know what I mean? And it may not work itself out for you, for your selfish reasons, but it's going to work out according to his plan. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. You know what I mean? Is his purpose and his plan for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's where vision comes into play. You know what I mean? what he desires for us. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, once he instills that in you, you know, his plan, his purpose, vision, once he instills that in you, you got to put the work in, bro. You got to put the work in and trust that he will provide for you. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Nothing in life is guaranteed. Nothing. That's why you got to have that mindset. Like, okay, if this don't go the way I expected, I know that somewhere down the line it's going to work out for me. So, yeah, as long as you got vision, bro, as long as you got purpose, it's going to work itself out for you. So, you got to have vision. You got to have it, because if you don't got it, how are you able to function? How are you able to do what you do? You know what I mean? How are you able to, like, live life with purpose? You know what I'm saying? All those ideas that you're getting is not by chance, bro. Like, and sometimes you can't even look at what you don't have. It's what you have. You know what I mean? What do you have that you know for sure that's going to play a vital role in you getting to the next step in life? And sometimes what we have is not material. It's what's in here. You know what I'm saying? What's in here? If y'all been keeping up with some of my short clips, I've stated in one of them that, you know, one of the things that we all have in common is life itself, bro. And as long as you have life, you got an opportunity. It's not in what you lack that'll get you to the next step. It's what you already have, bro. And a lot of us, we have life. You know what I mean? We got faith. We got belief. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's all you need to get to the next step is your faith and your belief. You know? And shoot, to be more specific, your faith and belief in God. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need, bro. Now, granted, yes, in some instances, you're going to need something material, like money type deal or whatever. But, bro, as long as you got faith in God, man, the impossible can be made possible. And that's what my dad was telling me yesterday. Like, anything is possible. Like, when you really believe that anything is possible, bro, you live life differently. If you have a goal in mind, if you have a vision, and I'm talking to you, you know, if you have any ideas concerning the things you want to do in life, write it down. You know what I mean? Write it down. And once you write it down, pray over it first. You want to pray over everything. You know what I mean? Because you can't go but so far in life without prayer. So pray over it. You know what I'm saying? And once you pray and, you know, get that confirmation and that clarity, bro, go after it. Go after it. You know, because you never know who, and I believe this, I firmly believe this, you never know who is counting on you to succeed in life. Let that sink in for a second. Like my mom, she has a tendency to say, you never know who's watching you. You know what I'm saying? And that is true. Like, you never know who's watching you. You never know who is praying, and I don't mean praying like P-R-E. I mean praying like P-R-A-Y. Like, you never know who is actually praying for you to succeed in life. Not for their selfish gains. Like, we gotta sometimes get out from that mentality, you know what I mean? Because, you know, that's not always the case with some people. You know what I mean? Of course, you're going to have some people that want to take advantage of you or whatever, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the ones that's actually counting on you to do good in life. Because you succeeding in life or whatever it is you go to do will inspire them to want to do the same. And that's what it's about, bro. That's what I mean when I said, you know, impact. Who are you impacting? Be it small or great. Like, who are you leaving a mark on type deal? You know what I mean? And so, yeah, bro, you never know, man. It could be people that you do know, And it could be people you haven't even met yet that's depending on you to succeed in life. Or I say it like this, depending on you to obey what God told you to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's about, bro. Life is more than just about us. If you're in this thing just for selfish reasons, you're not going to last long. You're not. I'm sorry. You're not going to last long in life. If all you can think about is me, then, bro, you're not going to last long at all. You know what I'm saying? You're not. You know, it's what you do for others that carries more meaning. You get what I'm saying? So always remember that, man. You never know who's watching you, and you never know who's counting on you to do good in life, because your story and your obedience will inspire them to, you know, want to do the same. You know what I'm saying? I hope that made sense. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it, bro. I just had to get that off. I feel like it needed to be said, bro. I mean, we're living in a different day now, you know, and I feel like the world needs people who doesn't talk it, but walk it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like our society needs more people to be that light. You can't be a light if you don't have vision. You cannot be a light without vision. You need it. It's needed. And I feel like if you want vision, you got to get to yourself. You got to get to yourself. Get to yourself alone with God, bro. And allow him to, you know, give it to you. You get what I'm saying? So I hope what I said helped somebody. You know what I'm saying? I really do, because that's just something that's been resonated with me. The importance of vision and the importance of actually putting in the work. And that's not to say that it's going to happen overnight, but in time, bro, if you stick with it, you know, it will unfold for you. So, you know, but that's all I got to say for today and whatnot. I really do hope I made some kind of sense, for real. And I really do mean that, because, you know, it's just been in me for a few days now. And, you know, I just felt the need to share it with you all, because I don't know who's going to watch this video and, you know, what state of mind they're in regards to their goals and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when things aren't happening your way and in your timing, you know, you can get discouraged. You know what I'm saying? You can get discouraged when things don't go the way you expect it. Because listen, bro, something always happens. Something always happens. Like, when you put your mind to do something, bro, something always come to disrupt that, bro. But you can't give up at the first sign of trouble, man. Like, sometimes stuff comes to test your resilience. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes situations come to test your resilience, to see if you're going to give up at first sight. Like, are you going to throw in the towel the moment things don't go your way? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, as your friend and brother, I'm here to tell you, you got to stick with it, bro. You got to stick with it. Like I said, some things come to test your resilience and test your endurance. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say everything is not going to be handed to you, and it's not going to just fall from the sky. You got to fight for it, bro. You got to fight for it. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, if the Lord gave you that vision, gave you that idea, that goal, that spark, bro, you can't let nothing, and I mean nothing, disrupt it, or, you know, cause you to want to give up when it doesn't look like it's happening. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep going. You got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? So I really hope this message helps somebody. You know what I mean? I mean, even if it's just one person. Like, if I'm talking to you, I really hope this message helps you to understand that, you know, vision is important. You know what I mean? And if you don't have vision, you have no direction. And if you have vision, go for it, bro. Go all in. Don't let nothing or nobody stop you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody or nothing stop you. Yeah, man. So I keep saying it, but I really hope this helps somebody. I really do. I really do. So that's it for today. I appreciate you guys for hearing me pour out my heart to you guys. You know, y'all remember to hit that like and that subscribe button. You know, if you like today's video, like, comment down below your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? For real, let me know your thoughts. And I thank y'all for watching today's video. I do. I thank y'all for watching today's video. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Till then, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay safe. Peace.
Some say you will love me one day. I will wait to get you loving one day. Just say you will love me one day.